phone. Let's give Evan a call. One sec. Alright. RTC connecting, no route. Hello. One sec. Headphones, come alive. There we go. I can hear you. I had to unmute you on stream. I forgot I did that. There we go. Oof. Plan for today is basically just continue on with the patch story.
3.5 and 3.56 are not particularly long, but it depends.
Where was more donut? Right, yeah. Rising stones. Yes, hello Evan. Apologies for the delay. Everything that could have gone wrong did.
You silly mobiles.
I was started an hour later than intended because family shit happened and pushed everything back. In that, family arrived and with their children who can only communicate by screaming. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna ride for a bit. And then, I was like, oh, like 3 hours probably at most might be fine if everything goes wrong, and then it took 4. So, it's all a bit fuck.
that's alright.
How have you been this fine day?
I'm alright. My allergies are acting up, though I'm sneezing a little bit.
Ah. Like pollen allergies, is it? Or?
No, it just happens.
Fair enough. Yeah. Tar. Hiding some Ghr Abania. The Diamond Forge. Nah, that's up the street. Fair enough. Hello, Luigi. You coming in? Maybe not. He just kind of stopped at the door. Hello. Move that away. You want up on the bed. There you go. You're about to do something to my outfit.
Tataru's about to redesign you.
Oh my god. violently by the sound of it. Okay, so she's up to some outfit antics, but not yet.
Just gotta measure.
As big as the question of when did she get everyone else measured?
She just knows.
You can probably hear her over the mic. I promise you, the TV volume is no different from usual.
No, it's not. I know. I hear it sometimes too. It's fine. I said it was fine before.
I know, but what can I do? Because if it's only literally, if it is any lower, I can't hear it. So it's kind of like, oh well, suffer. Anyone who gets annoyed by it. I don't think anyone does though.
It's at the correct volume.
Basically. So the alternative is doing what Chris did for a bit, or he just couldn't hear any music in any games or anything. It's kind of like, oh Jesus. Sooner take it reading on the mic than go on without hearing the game.
闇の戦士が去ったとはいえ、エオルゼアの問題はまだ多く、ここに集まった者も複数の案件を抱えている状況だ。先の通り、それぞれの意思に従って活動を進めるとしても、連携を欠かないよう決めておくべきだと思ったんだ。
So kind of going back a bit on the everyone does act as you do, is it?
暁の次の名手をね。
What do you mean?
We're putting like a semi-boss figure back in place to like at least try and coordinate everyone a bit. They're probably gonna say Alpha no, but I feel like they should like should pick Y'shtola.
この前の話し合いの様子からあなたがやるものだと思ってたわ。政治も得意だし問題ないでしょ。
待ってくれ。私にそんな気は。クリスタルブレイブの一件で、私は自身の不甲斐なさを嫌というほど知ったのだ。
It's fine, you had like your growth arc, you've been around Justinian, you learned like some speech from Emmerich, you should be fine.
無理に名手を決めなくてもいいんじゃなくて。
そうだな。実績から言えばどこかの冒険者が適任なんだろうが、これ以上の責任を押し付けるのも酷ってものだ。
名手ともなればいろいろと縛られるからね。それぞれの意思はお互い把握してるんだ。現に名手不在でも今のところ問題なく回っている。
Uh-oh.
Tataru, 一体何が？
突然大怪我を負ったこの方が転がり込んできたのです。ナーゴ？なんで君がこんなところに？
So that's the thing is that the Scions, they're not the leader. Everyone just agrees though, like,
分かってる。
this would be like kind of like
ク
a
ルル手伝っ
workers
て
co-op type
治癒魔
deal.
法で傷を塞ぐわ。
Just everyone just hangs out and everyone's in charge. It's like a group.
Yeah, it's probably the best way.
安心して出血は止められたわ。それにしても全く無茶をしてくれたものね。
Nago.
こんな状態で走ってくるなんて。
ありがとうございます。しかし急ぎ伝えなければならない情報があったのです。そのためには帝国軍の監視が厳しいルートを使わざるを得なかった。案の定見つかってこのざまですが。
いいんだって、私たち仲間じゃん。それよりもナーゴが伝えたかったことって。
いいだ、ありがとう。暁の皆さん、
I was
改め
wondering
て
who
自
she
己
was,
紹介
but
を
you
さ
know,
せてもらい
like
ま
at
す。
the end of the quest name, I could have
私
figured.
の名はメナーゴ。アラミゴ解放軍の一員です。
Yes, I remember they announced the Arc 2 during the Game Awards, which is still a bizarre concept to me.
新しい作戦を実行に移すと
And
いう
Vin
情報が
Diesel
飛
is
び込
in
んできま
it.
した。どうしてもパパリモサイ
It
ヤ以来
makes it
に
even
伝え
more
たくてやって
cosmic
きたのです
because it's straight up him just wandering around. It's kind of like, what is going on?
鉄仮面。最近になって頭角を現してきたという反帝国運動の急先鋒。
What is that wily griffin up to now?
はい。彼らはバイサルの頂上をアラミゴ側から攻めて
Belsar's
占拠するつ
wall.
もりのようです。
I mean, it would be even better if he was just a dinosaur with the face of Vin Diesel, but
グリダニアと
nah,
アラミゴ
he's a
の国
dude.
境線上に立て
And I
た
guess there
あの
might
巨
be
大
some
城
kind of
壁
story this time.
一体なぜそんな無茶を。
おそらく彼らの狙いは国境線の垣根を取り払うことで戦火をエオルゼア諸国へと飛び火させることでしょう。
アラミゴに駐留する帝国軍とエオルゼア同盟軍を無理やりにでも戦わせようというのか。解放運動に利用
If we
するため
just
に。
make a war happen, then that's the resistance. That's
そ
what
れ
it
にしても無
wants.
謀だ。
That's the Griffin's
一時的に
plan.
占拠できたとしても
Can't help feel
覚
that's
悟
a
し続けられるわけ
little
がない。
short-sighted.
すぐに援軍が来て奪い返されるのがオチだぞ。
A week is optimistic, Paulimo.
迷惑な話だけれど、確かに無視はできないわね。この情報、すぐにでも各国に伝えた方がいいんじゃない？
そうね。私はリムサロミンサに向かうわ。サンクレット、あなたはウルダ派をお願い。アルフィノとアリゼーはすぐさまグリダニアへ。頂上に面するかの都市に各国の代表者を集めて対応策を協議するための段取りをつけてもらえて。それか
Of
ら
course, we must
あなた
run
は
to
イシュガルドへ
Ishgard.
アイメリク議長に事情を伝えて特使をグリダニアに派遣するように説得してちょうだい。
I mean,
タタルとクレ
I
グ
don't know if he'll so much send an envoy as he insists that he himself turn up
くれぐれも無
to
茶をさ
see
せ
it
ない
through.
それじゃあ取り掛かりましょう。
ギラバニアからもたらされた不穏な知らせ。それは終わりの始まりを告げるのろしだったのかもしれない。戦いが始まれば誰かが犠牲という名の対価を。
They called the Balesar War. Is that named after Gaius, or was his surname like slightly different?
No, it's Balesar's wall.
その現実
Gaius,
から目を背けちゃい
the
けないって
14th
こ
Legion
と
was
を
in charge of
ルイゾアの
the
じいちゃんは
going to Ghr Abania and
教えてくれた。
taking down Ala Mhigo. They're the 14th Legion is the occupying force in Eorzea.
Okay, so yeah, it is his wall. I wonder if it was named before or after he
僕は
died.
選ぶ。
I'm pretty sure before, like they put it up, and it's like that's pretty much there's a wall between Ghr Abania and Ala Mhigo. In fact, it's been there the whole time, but you probably have never noticed it.
No, I don't think I have. Welcome back, Hammer.
Hello, Hammer.
So right enough, does Amric have the same office still, I wonder, or has it been moved?
I think it's the same.
Lucia. He's determined to just relax, is Emmerich. Bless him. Nice and efficient, at least. That's right, I need to talk first before I can go out. Somehow I figured it would just be Emmerich. No worries, Emily. Thanks for coming in and watching. Sleep well. Midnight there. It's alive.
other news, hey Gavin, remember when I streamed Ultra Kill yesterday?
Yeah.
That was cool.
It was, yes. Honestly, I don't know where to start. Like, between, like, you know, everything being like peak Gavin core, just violence, blood, demons, hell, get in there, murder, to like an incredible meaty shotgun with the mechanic of punching your shot as it comes out to make it go harder.
There's a reason why I did a whole spiel of like, Gavin, what I am about to say may put this shotgun in the upper echelons of video game shotguns in your head.
You're right, because it is straight up there. I think just by virtue of that, it does pip the Doom Eternal super shotgun. Just because of the glory of punch your shot as it comes out to do harder shot.
It's neat. Anyway, Amaric's off. He's talking about his Amaric stuff.
Emilian has replaced Harshafont as Camp Dragonhead's head guy.
Yep, and also they have a painting of Harshafont there now.
That's neat.
That's the painting we have in the basement of the house.
Emilian was almost racist about Garlemald people right in front of one. Of course. I like that they actually do a panning shot on the photo, the picture as well.
Picture didn't used to be there, but now it is, because we remember him.
Never forget. Alright, straight to Ghr Abania. Yes, Ultra Kill looked fucking amazing. Just basically everything about it. Like, Doom, Devil May Cry, and Hotline Miami all just mashed together effectively.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh.
Like, it might have seemed weird, but I definitely had my reason why I was like, before I started, I was like, Gavin, I think you want to show up right on time promptly for this one.
Nah, that's valid, because you are right. You're exactly fucking right. I'm just keeping like a sharp eye out for like the day that comes off of early access. Like, yeah, I'm in, let's go.
Like they said, 2021, and if they feel like they need to make it better, 2022, they said.
Fair enough. I respect the drive to make it as good as it can be, given.
But it's got a bloody palace already.
I know. It's not. It has like, even the demo you were playing was actually very lengthy, all things considered.
Yeah, I've played some lengthy demos.
Like a bonus level that's just basically a piss take of another game entirely. Like the whole witness puzzle section.
2, in fact, there was the prelude bonus level that was
yes.
like, and there's a ghost. Ah!
I don't know.
There's a frightening stick man. Like, I guess their secret levels are all about, hey, let's change the genre. Which is neat.
It is a very fun way of doing it. I look forward to see what all like mad spin they can try and pull off. But yeah, no, I'm glad you said, because basically from like the moment that, like the action kicked off, and from there it just kept going up and up and up.
I even said at the end, I was like, just from the intro, it says like, mankind is dead, blood is fuel, hell is full, and I was like, that's gonna make Gavin go.
Yeah, but it did, because it was like, ah, yes, you speak my language. This game knows. It knows the way to be. No, you know, for the most part.
Time for a meeting.
What to do about Ghr
ようこそおいで
Abania?
くださいました。皆様、すでに暁の方々がお聞き及びと思いますが、
It is important because it's one of the first meetings that Ishgard is present to.
Yes, it's true.
はい。アラミゴ解放軍の一員がもたらした情報ゆえ、角度は高いと見て間違いないでしょう。
鉄仮面とやらが頂上を占拠し得たとして、いつまでも維持することなどできまい。頂上を奪還した帝国軍の部隊が余生を買って国への森になだれ込めばどうなるか。
But that's what they want, Rauban.
5年前のカルテノン
They want to spark the international. The Griffin, he already hinted at it, but he's like, alright, the Alliance's inaction is bad, so I'm going to start the war on their behalf. It's pretty much his planning.
Yeah, which, as plans go, it like technically isn't bad. Like, yeah, like they can't hold the wall, but that's the exact idea. Just hold it long enough to cause a big problem.
Now, whether or not it's a good plan, like as a good thing to do, maybe that's more debatable.
No, pretty much leans toward, yeah, pretty much not.
Yeah, it's not that good.
その件について改めてこの場で謝罪の意を示した。
You know, Ishgard's right next door to Ghr Abania. What if we just, you know, rolled up with our God wills it pile of massive dragon fighting dudes and just was like, yeah.
だからこそ、こたびの危機に対しては、グリダニアの許可さえもらえるのであれば、防衛戦力を国営の森に派遣したいと考えますが。
It's also a part I think Amherst wants to make up for not being
Yeah.
an ally in the, you know, nations and such. It's like we've been doing nonsense just off on our own. I want to reinforce the fact that I'm with you guys. It's not just words.
Yeah, above and beyond, like, our guys in the front line.
有事に備えた防衛策を整えるとしよう。よろしい。では行動開始だ。勝敗は
Like, just in case, we should be ready for proper war anyway. And he's not wrong.
Now, すぐアラミゴを帝国軍の手から奪還できない以上、これが現実的な判断ってやつなんじゃない？で、アルフィノは何が不満なの？
ああ、確かに実際に選びうる最良の選択だとは思っているさ。しかし、 鉄仮面の思惑通りにことが進みすぎているように思えて釈然としない。何かを逃している。
Yes, I don't know, but
不安があるんだ。
it's kind of the situation where either you shit stomp the Ala Mhigo resistance and you like look really especially bad by just shit stomping the real downtrodden, or you're just gonna go fuck it, like, you know, sooner or later it will have to come to this. Neither are good options, but preparing just in case for, you know, the spillover of fighting when the Empire's like, fuck it, we're trying again, is really, like, you know, the smartest way of doing it. Not great by any means, but, you know, an Empire sitting on your front door is kind of, you know, is not going to end great any which way. Precious that he says it's hard adult speak. Yes, the zoom-ins reminded me, I forgot to actually say. I don't know if you've like looked at the stream or noticed, but my spear has changed again.
Ooh, I'm gonna look at it. What spear is it now? I gotta wait, I'm on your stream, I'm behind.
Yeah.
Wait a second, don't tell me. Are you at it again?
He's at it again.
He's at it again.
This is like stage 3? No. I think stage 2 of like 6 or 7 of the Heavensward relic spear.
Did you turn in your old spear?
No.
You could. That's the thing is though, you could have, because like you can get replicas still.
I know, but
it's special.
It's special. Like having the actual thing is a better mark than just having the replica, I think. And also, getting the crystals to like the one step it would have skipped took like an hour.
Yeah, they also made the fate grinding for those crystals. It was like way faster.
That is true. It has emotional value, significant emotional value. But also, they really did, because like some of the guys I was like talking about reference it being boosted, and other ones were kind of like, "Oh, this will take you like a few hours unless you're lucky." And it took an hour pretty casually. Like 4 of the 6 areas with like 1 fate each, and that was it. And it's kind of like, oh shit. Yes.
In any case, one thing you should do is let me know when you get to the part where it's gonna ask you to do a lot of materials to get something called crystal sand.
I'm not at that bit yet. I'll let you know though.
Because to get those materials, it's pretty obnoxious, because you're like, oh, I've got to spend so many tomestones, but there is a way around it. Or at least a way to speed it up, which is the thing I said was called custom deliveries.
Right.
I was like, whenever I had an excess of tomestones of poetics, I was throwing it in, and it was like boosting the stage a little bit. I was like, there's got to be a better way. And then I was like, oh, I can do this and get this currency, and then I can buy those things way faster, those materials, than with tomestones.
Hey. That sounds good though. You'll have to. I'll let you know when. I don't know when that stage is, but I'll let you know when I hit it.
I think it's like 5.
Okay. I mean, the trick Alice says, I don't actually say anything. I just kind of stand there staring until someone says, hey, can you go kill a god? And then I walk out.
Oh dear. I just got a phishing message in chat.
In chat?
From in the Final Fantasy 14 chat.
Oh.
This has happened like once or twice before. Like someone's like, and this is not fishing, crafting, gathering. It's fishing.
It's PH fishing. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone says, quitting Final Fantasy 14, you're invited to the final giveaway of 850 million gil. Please read the rules and location of the giveaway on the forum post. And then the link is forum.squareenix.com-u.me. That's not forum.com, that's .com-u.me /ffxiv/thread/number.
Subtle.
Subtle.
We're darting over the border to go see if I can chat with him in Ghr Abania before we start shit. We're gonna go stare at a wall.
Let's go look at a wall that's been there the entire time, but again, you've not looked at it, so you've never noticed it, most likely.
Hawthorne Hut. Where you at? There he is. Shake whatever needs shaking. Yeah, I've never noticed that was here before. I've just never gone into this corner of the place.
Big old wall.
Oh, there's Pippin. And Hilda. That didn't sound quiet. That doesn't look quiet. Didn't waste any time.
Oh, the Griffin addressed them all in the Grand Company colors, and then the Garlean Empire would be like, "Hey, the Alliance moved their troops in place in preparation of a war, but just they wanted to prevent it. But now the attack was committed in their military attire, and they think the Alliance just attacked them." Doesn't seem to be a way that this doesn't turn into a regular war now.
Basically. But I imagine we're nonetheless gonna shove us in there to, like, slaughter at least as many of them and cut and, like, dump the bodies away before anyone's Imperial sees them. Doing a pretty good job, all things considered. Are some of them in blue, or is that just...
That's actually the thing. Blue, I think, is like a dark blue is the Immortal Flames color. But, like, Ishgard actually doesn't even have an outfit like that. They just have the full, plate and chainmail.
Yeah, Ishgard is just, God wills it, Iron Knight. Yeah, fight the war, gut your way through, see if you can stop them by hand. If not, try and mitigate damage. We're going into war, there's no two ways about it. Vasal's wall. Alright. Is anyone ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Yeah, it was only when I took this out to show it off that I realized it has kind of like a watery effect going on with it. Like in and around all the blue swirls, there's like bubbles coming from it. Maybe they're just meant to be light, but they look like bubbles. Nah, it's just meant to be light. Still got like stage 2 or whatever it's on, I forget. I think it's stage 2. It does slightly overpower the dead high spear, so this thing is probably going to be a monster when it completes.
I mean, the final version of it is item level 275.
Oh.
Because weapons always get 5 item levels on the strongest equipment.
Yeah. Dead high spear is item level 180. Whoa. They're 100 jump. There's another event somewhere where these two have just finished their the dungeon, so they're locked in a what seems to be a beefy cutscene here.
Just a big old wall sitting there between Ghr Abania and Imperial Ala Mhigo.
Yeah.
Or Ghr Abania. Ala Mhigo is just the city. Like, it's a city-state, like...
right. Like, all the ones here.
Yeah. Ghr Abania is like the province.
Yeah, I got lucky with the weather too, because the rain and the dark and all does this, the ominous neon lights quite well. Not even gonna. That reminds me, actually, I should keep suited and booted while we wait. Give me a sec here.
PlayStation 4 keyboard. You're playing at the next level now.
Oh, you bastard. There we go.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Don't forget to bring the screen back up.
Oh, you're right. Bad habit of that.
You can't do a dungeon if there's nothing there.
Just describe the dungeon, just, you know, narrate everything about it. Stand here and pulse of dragon energy for a bit. No worries, Hammer. Thanks for coming out and watching. Good night, my friend. Sleep well.
Now we just need a healer.
So often the way. Actually, you know, yeah, I've been in this corner because we fought this giant Ochu here before.
We did. That's when we were grinding for the first relic.
Yeah.
I think. You just never looked very attentively towards the south.
No. Had a habit of doing that because when I went back over getting the Aether Currents for Idleshire, I noticed at least 2 of them were in places I'd been and just hadn't looked slightly to the right, and I was like, for fuck's sake. There we go.
There it is.
It made this castle a lot more aesthetically pleasing than their other castles, it must be said.
This is a wall.
I suppose, yeah. The wall looks a lot nicer than the castles. Madman going for it.
I went for it.
It's that's right. I forgot I can use Gear Skill in this dungeon again. I had to run a few for one of the steps where it's back in AR. So these Imperials, I guess 3rd Legion, have weird big dog things.
Oh, these aren't actually 3rd Legion. Like we it's just like the 3rd
it's just
unit.
Yeah, the division. Sorry, pardon.
A further division.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's my mount.
Well, hell. I detect Predator.
They were able to canonize it by making it just a different model of Magitech armor.
Bless. Yeah, it makes sense. The hook is forced to follow me all the way up into space whenever I do my jump. You believe I'm about to get... Oh. Ow. It's fine. Dead. This was the latest design. Up. Left fights.
Look, a conveyor belt, though. I wonder what we will do. Oh no, it's enemies.
Spiders. Bigger, nastier claws.
Phew.
There's a treasure cipher over here.
Go get it. There it is. It was some prisms.
That's all. Fight arrive before 25 seconds pass and pulsing dragon blood in. That's a lot of hits.
Conveyor belt.
Armored weapon. That's just a spider.
Now the one thing I should tell you is he does a debuff on you called Caution, which is when he's about to launch an attack. And when he does that, you want to stop doing stuff, like right now. If you don't do anything,
You don't blow up.
you don't blow up.
I noticed. Yeah, that's the healer. The core man exploded a bit. This is a bit of a problem. Maybe.
I don't think the healer understands that mechanic.
No.
Don't worry though. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm not fancy enough to jump around your grids. Insist on this chest.
More prisms.
Fuck's sake. One of my dungeon reruns, I got like 3 pots. Well, like 2 separate sets of 3 pots of a die, and I was like, oh shit, yeah.
That's colors. Love colors. Makes things neat. For example, this coat on my paladin glamour.
Yeah.
That was black, but I was like, no. Like the middle vest area, that was black and red. I was like, no, make it blue.
It you know, I wouldn't be able to tell. It really suits.
I'm doing it.
Oh, we'll reach the loyalists.
It's the Griffin.
Well, hell. Oh, well, I actually...
yeah.
I actually didn't see that coming.
Silver.
I was wondering...
He's back.
Yeah, I was wondering, man, where did Ilbert get to? I guess we'll see when we get into the Ghr Abania or something.
Alright. So this fight is famous in the English dub.
Does he have a wacky line?
He says a wacky line. He criticizes your fighting, and he says, sloppy! And he says it multiple times during the fights where it became a famous line. So when everyone's like, sloppy! He just said it on my end. Sloppy!
Yeah, he just sounds distinctly more serious and earnest on Japanese.
Oh, he doesn't sound like he's not serious. It just sounds funny.
It's just counter, basically.
He's just like, haha, you're fighting sloppy. Now fight the middle one. Up. The flash
big
powder.
boot.
Gotcha. Kick.
I love that the move is just called Big Boot. Oh, move is just Big Boot. What?
This is the part where he stuns the healer.
Yeah, command him for trying. There's something funny about needing one of his attacks called Claw of the Griffin with my own attack called Sharper Fang and Claw. Just mine's better. Not this time, fucker.
Pants.
Keyboard fell asleep. Quickly before they leave. There we go.
You did it. You said it to somebody.
I also got the command in. Let us go.
We've left.
Alright, Illbird. I think I just got it, Illbird. Griffin.
I don't think that's intentional,
Probably not, but it's, you know, it's funny.
but it is fun.
やってくれる。だがもう遅い。見るがいい。俺の策が成就する様をな。
やったぞ。ついに帝国軍の奴らを倒したんだ。そうだ、俺たちの勝利だ。
これでオルゼアの連中も気づかず、自分たちの敵が誰かってことをね。
The dark blue is the flumes.
I figure they wanted the original 3 military uniforms to be the Pikmin colors, by which I mean the primary ones. But it is the Pikmin colors.
It's the Pikmin colors.
Hey look, it's Laurentius.
I remember you. Now you just can't keep yourself out of trouble. First you're like fucking selling out, you know, the serpents to like a fucking every... What was it? It was actually just you were selling them out to the Imperials. Then you joined us and sold us out for like fucking
money.
And now you're selling out basically everyone for Ala Mhigo. Ala Mhigo's, like, you know, freedom, even though you yourself are not Ala Mhigan and don't particularly care. Oh good, you're gonna kill everyone too. I swear he looks a bit more satanic every time he appears.
It's Yu Hase also, there he is.
Yeah.
They're in Imperial outfits. Their role in this encounter is to make the official Imperial call against Ilbert's forces. To make sure the confrontation occurs.
The thought occurs the way that moves and jump there. Is there a scorpion variant?
Someday we might see something.
It's not so fun when you're fighting a boss monster, is it? Even, yeah, it's not, it is even bigger. Fast on the draw with those. What are you thinking attacking the giant Magitech force that has 14 goddamn armies? I'm gonna guess we did not gut Ilbert while we had the chance.
Nope.
Well, I mean, we stopped him. We're fine.
Yeah, but he's still there, off to do his shit again. At some point, we should
No, he's not out there. He's still standing in front of us.
Okay, good. Now's the chance. Gut him. Cut head off. Be done with it.
We'll get to it. Jeez, Ilbert, this isn't a very efficient way to start a war. It's kind of just, you know, bad. Don't do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, at least he broke it, like the ice chunking too. So he could do that. Yeah, I guess they still had some of that money kicking about.
They had some money to throw around to get their plans going. They didn't. Lolorito has very deep pockets, so he's like, well, we'll spend this money and try and get the revolution going.
この化け物の目が人に扱えぬというのなら喜んで鬼にでもなってみせよう。
Oh, by all means, do it. Become a primal. Give me like the cosmic right to just put an end to you at last. Okay, let's go into Rousers. Right.
死の間際に絞り出される帝国への憎しみと力への渇望。
Uh-oh. Gilbert figured out that dying wishes is stronger than prayers. It's like the end of Monsters, Inc. when they found out laughter was a better source of energy. Your dying breath is more powerful than any prayer.
That's such a lie.
お前だって万神の力に頼ることの愚かしさは知っているだろうに。
知っているさ。だからこそ、これまでの
There is no primal big enough. That's just by the nature of primals, that's how it works.
Physical size, yes. But you're underestimating. This is so strong that we're making a primal that's pretty much as strong. So, this isn't just your average run-of-the-mill primal. We're talking Bahamut tier.
Oh, that's not good.
This is the part where you gut him. Kill him.
So.
Do it. Up.
Like, I yeet my spears. I can do that. Into chest. Fuck's sake.
There he goes.
Splat.
Splat. I don't know if it would make much of a difference if you killed him or his suicide did, but he's dead.
Fucking idiot. No, honestly.
The suicide was on purpose.
Did he have to actually die to achieve it?
Yes, he was holding the eyes.
Well, he's not dead yet then. For all intents and purposes, whatever crawls out here is still gonna be him. Unless it's Nidhogg again.
No. It's worse. Again, we're talking Bahamut tier. High up, very strong, very powerful.
Bahamut 0? One of the other variants? Like the big gold one from Crisis Core?
Oh, and it's drinking up all the blood. Oh dear.
Oh, that's not good.
But it's still forming.
I can see why this one is a bit more hardcore than Raw 5th, because it did just get piles of blood sacrifice.
Both eyes, blood, dying wishes. Ooh, this one's not good.
Are you gonna throw yourself into that? He's gonna cast out a flare and die. Okay. He has tips of Maori. That's why he took it, isn't it? Well, maybe
he knew it would. He knew it would come in handy.
He did.
Papa Lima wants to do this. Louis swatted it. Now he thinks it's his turn.
Will it end the same way, I wonder.
無茶だよパパリモ。だってあの封印魔法は。
さあ脱出を。急げ。どんな反応があるかわからないんだ。脱出しろ。
やだよ。パパリモが残るなら私も残る。
いいだ。お前にはお前にしかできない役目があるはずだろう。それをやり遂げるんだ。頼む。イダを連れて行ってくれ。
Scoop.
やめて。話してよ。
It's just how it is, you guys gotta get out of there. It's Papa Limo time.
行け。
Fine then, how about your way? Don't let me down, potato. I want to hurry on that.
さよならだ。僕の二人目の相棒。さあ、一世一代の大博打だぞ。
What does he mean again?
Yeah. It's like just trying to think there. I actually don't think they were separated at any point, were they?
No.
Sure enough, the giant moon-looking magic thing. And he stirs in the light the way Louis swatted.
Cinematic parallels.
Is that just gonna hover there?
I don't know. Why don't you look at it?
Good. I know he said sealing. I was kind of hoping it was a bit of a more closed away seal. Yeah, that is just there. We're gonna have to kill what's inside of that sooner or later.
Eventually, but it's sealed for now, so Papa Limo's sacrifice was worth it?
He bought his time, at least.
It's almost like you're about to do the last quest of this patch. And it's gonna remain up there. And people were really theorizing for months. They were like, it's just hanging up there.
Kinda nervous about the new, like, small moon hanging over the Gridanian border.
I remember last time this happened, it wasn't good.
It's kinda in reach of the Garlean Empire. I mean, I wasn't, but, you know, plot happened and refused to, like, you know, let me use my hand.
No, you're not strong enough to fight the boss.
No, not the boss. I mean, if I had just got Ilbert before he could do anything.
Well, we just thought the conflict was the problem. But then he was like, nope, summoning, goodbye, pew, when he falls down.
I know, but my point is, at this point, cut head off. No talk, no chance. You see a fucker doing it, you cut his head off and be done with it.
Ida tried to punch him.
Bless her for trying. What I'm saying is, I should have ganked him before he even began muttering any of his shite. This is the thing that, like, in Bethesda games and so on that drives me to be the man who just kills everyone who steps across my path in any way, for any reason. Just like, no, fuck it, you die. I will not suffer any problems from any of you people.
Well, now we've got a big orb to deal with.
No, there's a fucking Satan hanging over the border in a moon. God. I'm not actually, like, annoyed, I'm just...
It's just funny, because you see those kinds of confrontations all the time in fiction. It's like, this is the moment you do it. No.
This is the moment you cut his fucking head off. Well, at least we got a problem.
Part of me feels like I missed out a little by not playing the game around this time, by getting in later, because I was like, I just go straight to the next patch.
Yeah.
When people who were playing were like, alright, let's enjoy a few months where it's just sitting there.
Let's live in fear of the orb. What's in it? Is it a fucking new kind of Bahamut? Is it something else? There's, like... I think it was... Pardon me. God. If it was Neo Bahamut or Bahamut Neo. There's Bahamut 0. There's quite a few Bahamuts, especially in 7 and 7 surroundings.
I mean, when Ilbert says, like, here's a new Bahamut levels threat, and I'm like, that's a big deal, because, like, I mean, we fought Bahamut, but that was, like...
That was half dead Bahamut.
Like, about a third of a Bahamut. We went into his heart when he was, like, a third reformed, and fought the remaining energy in his soul.
Yeah. Yes, Alphino, even as we looked on. Ah, Stevens. Yep. Good plan. So that was 3.5, was it?
Yep. And the next one's the last one.
That's a dramatic uptilt, that one. I'm also getting quite a bit of music.
Who's this mysterious fellow?
He's got a certain style of clothing about him. And a peculiar blade.
If 3.4 was when they teased Red Mage, this is when they teased Samurai for Stormblood. A Rogadin Samurai.
One of the bosses you fight in the Samurai questline is a Rogadin. He's actually a gladiator that's using katana the way he would another sword, but he has like a cowboy hat. Shit's wild.
That's cool. That's cool. I haven't gotten there yet. I only just got, like, I was like, alright, Samurai unlocked at level 50. I'll grind that some other time.
I'd recommend it. It, like, granted, you probably will need to, like, grab, like, level a good bit and grab, like, gear from Stormblood tier gear, because it hurts. It's nasty, and then, you know, level 60 quest is like, fuck you, get good.
I've been leveling other stuff. I've been doing Red Mage and getting Paladin up a bit of a boost.
Gotta say, I do like the jib of his katana though. It's fucking big. I guess for a big man. Did you just sail here on that boat the entire way?
Yeah.
Fucking mad, man.
You know.
Set my jaw till I made port. He's got the grouchy old man voice and the, like, old-timey accent going on. Have you just been drinking seawater this whole time? Samurai don't fuck about.
But that would just make him more dehydrated. Flop.
You know, I just standing there like, oh, I should probably deal with that.
This Vesper Bay is where the Domans first showed up.
Yeah, it does indeed seem to be a Doman. Alright everyone, it's time to talk about the giant orb that now hovers on your border. Don't look at it, and don't listen to what it has to say.
It might attempt to tempt you. Do not fall for its tricks.
It can be a wily one, that fucking orb in the sky.
However, it is a bit like a surprise egg, like, what can be inside?
Cursed surprise egg in the sky. It's got a god in it. What god? Who knows? Let's find out.
It could be any one of several possible prizes.
皆様ご足労いただきありがとうございます。事態が事態ゆえに早速本題に入らせていただきましょう。
報告いたします。バエサルの頂上の上空に出現した光の眉ですが、依然として消えることなく存在を続けております。
Still pulsing with light, so that's good. And it's not cracking yet.
ヤシトラ殿の観測結果によれば、その内側には万神級のエーテルが内在しているとのこと。やはりイルベルドのやつめが召喚を試みた万神が封じられているということか。それで帝国軍の動きはどうなのだ。
I mean, given they also hated the fuck out of what happened with the meteor thing, they're probably not eager to touch it.
は、実は先日帝国軍の飛空戦艦が
It was destroyed when it drew near. That bodes well.
撃墜されているのです。それ以降はというと静かなものです。
目撃した兵の証言によれば、眉から光が放たれ、一撃で飛空戦艦を落としたのだとか。
Well, the orb shot at
それは
an Imperial warship, so that's not a good sign.
黒き万神が放った破滅の
No harm, County Senna, but I feel like they would say that anyway. I feel like, you know, the events of Cartno probably scar the living shit out of them, so it'll make them jump at those kinds of shadows.
Yeah, but this is even more so similar because it's giant, moonish, floating in the air.
Yeah.
Something's in there.
つまり、前の中にいる万神は動きこそ封じられているものの
How do you suppose we do that?
とはいえ透滅を急ごうにも不用意に近づこうものなら飛空戦艦を落とすという強烈な一撃が生まれてきたもんだ。
Airship, different kind of airship.
New ship, new ram.
何揃いも揃ってない頭をひねってやる。
For fuck's sake.
今こそあれの出番だ。
How did you even get in here?
Hey, hey, you guys!
お前は
Can't you see the obvious solution?
よう久しぶりだな。ガロンド。
He wants to throw in his 2 cents.
What if we use elegant How did he get in here? Who let him in?
Just walked over here. He hasn't officially been let in yet. He just walked down the forest path, and then the guards were there, and he's like, hey, don't come in here. But then everyone's like, alright, you can let him in, I guess.
おっと、こいつは失敬。俺の名はネロ。元はガレマール帝国軍第14軍団の幕僚長だったが、今はしがないフリーランスの貴公子でね。ふざけやがって。おっと、最後まで話をさせろよ。お前だってとっくに気づいているんだろう。あの眉の中にいる万神はバハムート級だ。そんな化け物相手に立ち向かえる存在はただ一つ。
If it's a Bahamut level threat, use the weapon that beat Bahamut.
だけだってよ。
オメガだと。バカな。あれはカルテノーの地下腹に。
Also, what would you do once you woke it up?
They'll figure it out after.
I
feel like it's awfully presumptuous to assume this one is just going to be another tank like Ultima weapon and not, you know, some sort of Potentially sentient monster.
その俺様が特別に力を貸してやろうって言っているんじゃねえか。
Also, here's funny that in the text box when he says "as luck would have it," I glanced at it a little fast and I thought he said "as fuck would have it." That's just funny though.
That's a phrase I might try to use. As fuck would have it.
悲しいぜ、ガーロンド。同じ魔導院で学んだ仲だってのによ。
That's not what you were saying when you were in the fucking 14th Legion. Whinging and whining that everyone really liked him over you.
それに何か他に良案でもあるのか? またそこの英雄様に全てを
I give myself solid odds.
成功すりゃおだててしまい、失敗したら全ておじゃん。
You saw me killed Satan.
Yeah, but Louis Swa beat Bahamut.
We beat Louis Swat.
We did, but there's the part is like, you know, where you know, even though Louis Swa won, the state of the world didn't end up that great for like a few years.
I suppose, but
人の手で制御できることを示している。そうだろ?
I give you a coin flip.
I'll take that odds. Also, not necessarily Nero?
ネロさんとおっしゃいましたね。オメガを利用して九段の万神を捕らえたとしてどうします？アラグ帝国と同じことをなそうとしているのではありませんか?
So it's kind of the point that
どう使うかは人次第ってやつだ。
Omega beat Bahamut and imprisoned. He did not kill Bahamut.
そうすればいいさ。
This is a deal better than Teleji getting his hands on Omega, though.
I mean, it is, but it's still not good.
Like, he's gone, and it's like, you could have been worried at some point, oh, he would go to Mega. Nope. It's just stayed there. And now maybe the alliance
Oops.
Absolutely not.
Nero is more of a technology is power type.
The best chance I get is no, but I'll watch him.
いつも俺の背中を押しやがる。よし、わかった。
Well, I guess we need some kind of excuse to fight Omega.
なあ、俺とこいつに任せちゃくれないか。
わかりました。ですが、あなた方に業を背負わすわけには参りません。私たち異聖書の責任において、オメガの使用を決断しましょ
う。話は決まったようだな。カルテノ平原に部隊を派遣し、オメガを起動させる。その役割はシド。 お前に一任するぞ。そしてその護衛役兼ネロの監視役として暁からも人員を選出してもらいたい。
Supervise the other one.
わかりました。アウトロー戦区は各都市の利権が絡む場所。 中立の立場を取る暁が同行する意味もありましょう。
それだったらドマの忍びさんも同行お願いできる？ネロだかなんだかってのが怪しい動きを見せたら切り捨てちゃってちょうだい。
I like that Nero stumbled at that.
承知。
たく怖い姉ちゃんだぜ。ま、仲良くやろうじゃないか。仲良くな。
I can't help but feel like we've been pushed into a sequence of just intrinsically bad ideas as we go. Ilbert's kind of like forced the hand of a war thing to happen, and now also we're hands being forced into awakening Omega.
You see, everything with this guard seemed to go well, and then now it's just a series of, oh no, oh dear, we're dropping all the pieces. I can't juggle all these pieces, and then it's, you get.
Things were getting too nice. It was going too well. I suppose it could be worse.
Indeed, that whatever's in the big ol' orb could have not. The orb could have not worked, and then chaos and calamity would have rained down on everyone.
Yeah. Orchestrium rolls into my slot. Hello, Luigi.
More music collection.
I think like we've seen this before, but the quest reward for this one is like a gift box that has question marks on it.
It's a secret surprise.
Wish it would let me make that jump.
The area down there is like behind the gate though, so you can't.
Oh, at least just got sent to Mordona for free. Instead of having to meet them there. Wondering they didn't have a private cabin to do his fucking secret nonsense in. I was wondering where we were gonna land this. Fair enough.
This is usually where Sid lands the airship in Mordona.
What did he say is he could hardly park it in the middle of the square.
second for the loading trigger to pop up.
Yeah, it was funny, that. A moment for the instance to form, I guess.
More so, I think. Because, like, players and NPCs and entities that are interactable like that have, like, the title and everything over them, I think all take up a similar loading sequence. So, the order in which it loads could be odd sometimes.
Complaining there's no Magitech. You fucking addiction, man. No TV, get over it.
Or he's like, what, you guys live in a cave? Pretty much. That's his take. Hey, we have Magitech though. Sid made Magitech just for Tataru. Sid made Tataru Magitech.
Mark 14. It's version 14 of a fancy kettle. I kind of hope Nero had just kept staring at Tataru as if he had failed to process this and was just kind of dying inside.
待たせたね。ヤシトラへクルルさん。それにサンクレットたちは国営の森に残って引き続き光の舞の監視と計測を続けてもらっている。
私はついてきちゃった。パパリモが命をかけて稼いでくれた時間を無駄にするわけにはいかないもんね。
頼む。
何あの暑苦しそうな。
Here he is.
こちらが暁の賢人たちが住まうという石の家でござるか。
Ryanje told him he could come see us.
夕霧ではござらんか。探しておったぞ。
まさかあのむさ苦しいの夕霧
I
の
say
知り合い
didn't say Yagiri just and she said impossible. Do you know this man? Oh, that's not. I was half expecting like this backbreaker big hug.
なぜお主がこのようなところに。
夕霧、お主を探してはるばる土間より船を漕いで参ったのだ。どうにか港にたどり着いたまではよかったが、腹が減ってどうにも動けぬありさまでな。ウリエンジェ殿のご好意がなければ危ういところであった。そして飯食いがてらに話を聞いてみれば、ドマの民がこの地の開拓に参加しているというではないか。しかもついて早々夕霧と再会できるとは何たる幸運。さあ夕霧よ、
So this is Gosetsu, and he's a pretty good character.
I mean, I do like the way it gets on.
ドマへと帰還し、馳せ参じねばならん。
すまぬが、豪雪。私には請け負った任務があるゆえ、すぐには戻れぬ。
なんと帰れぬと申すか。貴様、大恩を忘れたわけではあるまいな。一宿一般の恩義があるやもしれぬが、今は主君の危機ぞ。
民を逃がし、何事があっても守り抜けと命じたのも我が主。そしてここにいる暁の方々は我らを救ってくれた恩人。その恩を返さず帰ったとあらば、主は私を切り捨てるだろう。
You can't argue with that kind of old hard ass.
そして今、 守るべき民の安全を脅かす事態が起きている。故に任を引き受け、これより向かおうとしているところ。任も民も捨ておいては何より主君に面目が立たぬ。
おいおいおいおい、何をグダグダやってるんだ。オメガの力は帝国軍も狙ってるんだぞ。
Thanks, Nero.
帝国だと夕霧よ、敵は憎きガレマール帝国の連中なのだな。敵が帝国の不届き者となれば話は別だ。早く申せ。我が刃の味を帝国兵に味わわせる好機、逃してないのか。
Why didn't you tell me earlier? I love killing Imperials. Says Gosetsu.
I was gonna say, you could have phrased it, you probably should initially phrase it to him as, we're kind of sticking it to the Empire right now. Oh yeah, it's the outcome of that, is it? Ah, that's what the reward was.
That's the reward. A snazzy outfit.
Ooh. Quite nice. Is that an eye patch?
Monocle.
Monocle, okay. Yeah, sure enough. That's nifty. At some point I might stick that in the glamour plate and just pop it on. So that looks quite nice.
It's a nice little casual wear.
Yeah. Right now
that's your redesign from Totaro.
Those share like a lot of color and kind of style with Alice's, I noticed.
Alice's like tan. Yours is white and black.
Yeah. Satsu just flexing his shit in the background all the time.
He's a fun character.
Alright. Oh, hang on, I'll have to pop out of the party because this is an instance.
It is. It's because Sid is glowing.
Right enough, actually. Yeah. That easy? It's a bit discomforting.
その慣れた手つき。お前、前にもここに来たことがあるな。
This begs the question of why he didn't wake Omega by himself.
ドンパチやらかしている連中を出し抜くのにはちょいとばかり苦労したがな。こんなに面白そうなおもちゃを見逃す手はないだろうが。下調べは万全だぜ。
油断できんやつめ。だが相変わらずの純粋な知識欲、それだけは認めてやるぜ。
Speak of the devil.
手配中のシドガーランドを見つけられるとは。そして天才貴公子がここにいるということは。
I notice he's got a big hammer like near him head in his fights and at the end of AR.
Yeah.
オラにも月が回ってきたぞ。
He's a weird one, isn't
He's a peculiar fellow.
やっぱり帝国軍も石膏を放っていやがったか。おい、しっかり足止めしておけよな。
You can tell he's odd because he has a bandage on one of his cheeks.
he? Yep.
奴を一人で先に行かせるわけには。俺はネロを追う。連中の相手は任せたぞ。
我が名は豪雪。遥か東方ドマ国の侍大将なり。いざ尋常に勝負せい。
Cuts out of him. There we go. It's called Heliodrome, bless. Alright, well, I'll open.
パパリも見てたよね。実践。
I notice he's using some proper samurai moves, although not necessarily smartly. Like in Tenka Goka there, or Goken, I forget what it was. But that's a AoE move. You should be doing Midari sets together.
But he's doing damage. That's
切り捨てごめん。
True. Now the horde comes in.
根性見せてる。
again, this is also was cool because you see him do samurai.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Supposedly furry, like, they may not have everything food planned out yet. He hit his own man, plus.
No, they do. By this point, there's so much, like, the final patch is usually a couple months before the expansion, and by that point, they put out so much promotional material, like,
yeah, they have it basically together at that point.
Like, for example, Shadowbringers was revealed after 4.4, I think. And they did the media tours and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think that was in December. It's a little late this year. It's in February when we think they're going to announce it because that big announcement day.
Everything's probably got pushed back a bit.
But yeah, we're getting that announcement before 5.56. Possibly even before 5.5.
A red one.
It's Nero's.
The Red Baron, of course it is.
He's gonna let you use it. Also, that was a fun smile.
It was. That was the question, how many soldiers he brought with him. So, yeah, this is a lot.
Good thing you've got guns.
Yeah. He's got some extra shit too. Whoa.
He's got a big bomb. He's got the beam, and he's got the other big bomb.
I realized I've been oh lordy.
You haven't used the big bomb yet.
There's the big bomb.
There you go.
Bye. Yep, ammo's done and the rest of them just scattering. This is just the wacky division of whatever. Nah, that's just embarrassing. The rest of the fight. I like this. It's always nice when Final Fantasy brings out like the funny fight. Usually one. I know it's been said, but when they say like the funny fight, and like the Empire Force usually has one complete dipshit who somehow got into power.
In fact, Gilgamesh technically was the funny fight in Final Fantasy V. but then he was upgraded into the super funny fight series Y.
Yeah, really.
Like an ascendant level of even funnier fight.
School. And away he goes. Alright, if we're lucky, Nero hasn't just decked Sid in the face and run off to make Omega have him. I will admit, I am curious about what Omega looks like in this.
I mean, there is the one thing, you just fought a whole bunch of Imperial troops. See, that's the thing, Sid doesn't really have that much loyalty to the Empire either. Even though he's Garlean. Partly because he's like, I just like technology. And also, other part being that, he even pretty much said during the Crystal Tower, hey, if I went back, they would just execute me for failure.
That's true, actually, I remember that. Well, it's the four-legged walker motherfucker type.
The one that looks like a beetle.
The classic. Oh, he looks a lot more rigid than usual. Oh, what do you know? It acts wholly autonomously. Oh dear.
It's got an entire AI that it'll just deal with it for us. Let's turn it on with the button, boop, and do it.
Sure.
時間凍結システムを使って活動を停止させることだけだぞ。
You make it sound so easy.
Press the disengage button once it's done.
俺様とお前がいてできないはずがね。
私バカだからよくわからないけど、いいのかな、本当に。
I'm gonna go with no, but well, what do you think? Personally, I think no.
どうするって。わかった。私。
Okay, that's not what I meant.
I guess she thinks it's the right thing to do.
Hit the well, at least the button itself isn't red; it's just framed as red.
This lights up to make you know that yes, this is the button. Her choice is based on Papa Limo did his big sacrifice, so I guess this is what we've got to do.
Oh, nice, Brad. That doesn't sound happy or good. He just wants to watch the big robot do a war.
Nero wants to see a robot do a cool thing. Final call, what's inside the orb?
Gonna say a different kind of helmet. Well, it is a dragon.
It's Shinryu.
Oh shit! I should have guessed. The super boss pair, of course it would be. It had occurred that when they first mentioned Omegas in the Cardinal Flats, some part was kind of like, okay, where's Shinryu?
In the orb!
He's in the orb. He's got the pose and everything, like the upright, little arms curled by the side, big long tail.
It is a Bahamut level threat.
That's true. In many Final Fantasies, far beyond Bahamut. Is.
Big wing.
White boy move. Where's your giant cannon, Omega? Making Omega and Shinny fight each other though, that's like some grand Final Fantasy X service there. I love this.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to activate Omega, but sure is a cool cutscene.
Sure is not cool. The big one. Oh, that's wild. We should restart Omega.
Fun fact, that image of Shinryu charging big green energy was the parts. It was so obscure green, you couldn't tell probably. The lightning is too being battle.
God bless. Are we sure that's not the new calamity we just made by letting Omega out?
Just a lot of wind.
I'm water.
I think Gavin's worried. Don't. Do not worry.
That looks like we should worry. I mean, I guess the Imperial Wall held, but they're still going.
Well, they both landed on the Ghr Abania side of the wall. Also, nobody in this room just saw that. There's no windows, there's no camera on Omega.
If there was, they'd be shitting themselves rougher. And that. Either Omega bit the dust and we're dead, or job done. I think that stands out to me is we did not see Shinryu or Omega die, which means...
Who knows?
Means we get to fight them is what it means. At some point, I would assume. Was that always capable of doing that?
No. Maybe she's not telling us everything.
Don't tell me he was a lich this whole time. He did say, like, we will not be separated again. He's not been exactly alive, has he? Sid, I think we can assume everything is fucked. The far edge of fit.
The last quest.
Oh.
You might remember when it said, alright, you did this part of your job quest.
Oh, yeah.
To continue it, finish the far edge of fate.
So, world didn't end yet, so that's good.
World didn't end means we're okay for now again. Maybe.
Maybe. World might still end.
But at a later time.
At a later time.
Better.
Best case scenario, Omega fucked Shinryu up enough for us to be able to finish the job. And worst case scenario, it survived and Omega's dead. In which case we have until Shinryu, gets up off his ass to, do anything. Hello everyone. The dumb ones were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. Yeah, imagine the Imperials are in disarray saying that happened right over their fucking base.
That is actually, we scared them so much, let's actually just take Baelsar's wall for real.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go. Hello, Luigi. He's getting squeaky. He must be hungry. Amrex is like, you know what? It's time. Let's do it. Let's take Ala Mhigo back. Fuck it.
There's no other way around it either. We're essentially in the conflict at this point.
Yeah, we kind of have to, because otherwise, you know, Shinryu and Omega could be doing God knows what.
2人とも無事でよかった。激しい戦闘があったと聞いたが。
戦闘は上空で行われたから、頂上の向こう側には被害が出たようだけれど、幸いこちら側は強い。
Shinryu did to slam a gigantic tidal wave into the wall.
悪夢のような光景だったわ。光の眉から現れたドラゴン型の万神。あれは破壊の
第7霊祭を目撃したイルベルドがニーズヘッグの竜の目を使って帝国を倒すためだけに呼び下ろした憎しみと破壊の神か。
Yeah, being dragon eyes and all that also, I think, made it more likely that it was a dragon.
Yeah. Makes sense. It's not just only dragons to do calamities. It's just, you know, this one is rooted hard in a dragon.
それと互角以上に
Interesting that it comes from one,
オメガの存在も脅威よ。でも
yeah, one that resembles, like, the figure in Domin mythology, too. Curious things at work.
それで彼女
イダなら上にいるわ。行きましょう。
Well, now we don't have an orb in the sky anymore, though.
I mean, that's nice at least, but we do have, you know, fucking Shinryu on the earth. What, Luigi? You have to wait a wee bit, I'm sorry. If it's even that you're hungry, you might just be squeaky because you're awake and you're wondering what everyone's doing.
光の眉なくなっちゃってるね。本当にあっけない。
いいだ。
別に後悔してるわけじゃないんだよ。全部分かっていたんだ。あの時パパリモがやろうとしてた封印魔法が命がけのものだってこともちゃんと理解してた。
Precisely just enough, as it turns out. The mask comes off. And the hair comes down.
Ida, あなた。いつまでもパパリモの小さな背中に隠れてはいられない。このマスクはね、私がパパリモの相棒になるために必要だっただけのもの。
Hide behind her sister's mask. You're not Yida, are you?
No, she's not.
アラミゴが帝国軍に占領されたあの日、私はまだ5歳にもならない子供だった。私の父さんは暴君だったアラミゴ王に立ち向かった革命軍のリーダーの一人でね。そして姉さん、父さんの手伝いをして戦う。
That's also important. Ala Mhigo was a monarchy, and the most recent king was a psychopath.
So often the way, it seems like. Hang on a sec.
でも帝国軍が攻めてきて、
So they had a revolution,
父さんは
and then the empire marched in after that
そ
revolution.
れっきり私は姉さんに連れられて
Well timed, that.
逃げ続けてシャーレアンの植民
Picked
と
their
してたど
moment
り
well.
着いたの。
I mean, you take the moment when there's a power vacuum.
Yeah.
姉さんは故郷を奪還するため、やがてルイゾア様たちと活
In
動を
any
始めた
case,
んだ。
for what remains of the
私はそんな
the
姉さんを誇り
revolutionary
に思ってた。
forces are instead the opposition forces to the
その仮面をかぶ
imperial
ってイ
rule.
ダを名乗っていたのは、お姉さんに対する憧れ、それとも意志を継ぐ覚悟かしら。
This is also what Papa Lima went by goodbye again.
ヤシトラ、気づいてたんだね。
Yeah.
Him and Ida were
イダ
partners.
じゃないって。
And then Ida died, and her sister took up the mantle.
当たり前でしょ。他の賢人のみんなも一目で気づいてたわよ。
そっか。やっぱり賢人のみんなにはかなわないな。姉さんは6年前にアラミゴから難民を逃がす任務中に死んだ。小さな女の子を助けるために無茶をしたんだって。あんなに強くて
6 years ago, 1 year before the calamity.
So yes, Ida was in 1.0, but she was still not Ida then.
ごめんね、黙ってて。私の本当の名前はリセ。
Lise.
なんかさ、パパリモから姉さんの形見だってこのマスクをもらった時にさ、思っちゃったんだよね。パパリモの相棒になって手伝いたいって。姉さんになりたかったわけじゃない。自分が中途半端なことくらい分かってる。でもパパリモが最後に言ったんだ。お前にしかできない役目があるって。パパリモがつけてくれた賢人の文様も消えちゃった。うん、きっと消してくれたんだ。
He would have had to have done it up to look like Yida's to make it look more convincing.
Yep, it was just a glamour, and then poof, Papa Limo's magic is gone from the world.
リセ
There
と
it
しての
goes.
選択を。父さんの姉さんの悲願を達成するために。 アラミゴ、私たち家族の故郷を取り戻したい。再び大戦が始まる。
I swear my cat knows the bonus when he has to be a pest.
Ugirian Gosetsu also have to have a moment to discuss what's going on in Doma.
あの
Of
時
course.
帝国に反旗を翻した時のことを。
迷ったことがないと言えば嘘になる。だがそれでも私は刃を捨てずに生きてきた。
そうだ、我らの戦いはまだ終わってはござらん。行くぞ、夕霧。遥かなる東方へ。
Can you guess what Stormblood is about by now?
Kicking the Empire out of two places at once by the sound of it.
Congratulations, you figured it out.
Hey, he's rad. Get to go to Doma and beat ass. Roll credits.
Roll credits. That's the patches.
That went in a lot of directions, and I will admit, that was a wild ride.
It was packed with details and content and information.
Lots of information, lots of setup. Compacting like certain things I thought would be very long, running things down for a bit to nudge them out of the way for a bit. So I don't doubt we're gonna.
We'll see things.
Yep. This lot in particular, I highly doubt we'll see the last of them.
Yeah. What an interesting group of characters to just say, like, here's some things to make you think about, and now we're leaving. I don't think these credits are much different from the Heavensward credits, so you can't skip them if you would like.
I might as well have we talk about the Heavensward patch story, and if it's they're still going when we finish, then we'll pop on.
Yeah. So, cool. I like it.
I do. I do think there are, like, it hits up, like, some of it hits up some issues I have with, like, storytelling in video games. Like, we went over the whole shoving the player into a box to make things happen because you couldn't think of a way to actually do it. But, there was another one I reasoned out to myself after last time, and it's that it's, you know, it's the age-old one of, like, they chose to introduce the Warriors of Darkness to us in a display of force, and this is tied to, like, being shoved in the box thing. And then when, you know, we actually faced them, I shoved all 5 of them to the floor inside of 2 minutes, casually, unscratched. You know? I feel like the way they should have handled the Warriors of Darkness should have been either more nefarious or calculating, or they should have, like, clearly been shown to fight either, like, unfair or more wily, or in a way that exhibits more experience than just, oh, we're hardcore. Because you could never really replicate that in game.
No. But there's also the fact, I mean, they tried to by making them just say, like, alright, and you knocked us out, up, we're back up.
Yeah, but, like, a durable enemy means nothing to me, because even if it gets back up, my reasoning is, you know, the body may never break, the mind will eventually.
You also did have the strongest gear.
I did, but that's also a thing I
Like,
just had with, like... supposedly immortal enemies in games is like, you know, if it has a mind, that will break long before its supposedly immortal body will.
I mean, there's also the fact, though, that the way their story ends, they're not necessarily your enemy.
Yeah, they're not. That's true and all. It's just that in turn kind of goes with what I'm saying. Though, like choosing to introduce them with, you know, they totally owned like you and your mates, and you just had to sit there and watch them do it, and we didn't let you do anything. It's kind of like you put them off on a hideously wrong foot, and you could never live up to their actually superpowered opening you give them. You know?
There is a point there. It wasn't that significant to me. I was like, oh, Warriors of Darkness, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole thing is cool. Seeing a Final Fantasy game take up the whole actual Warriors of Darkness concept again is actually like mad. Because those are concepts literally not touched since Final Fantasy 3 and 4, more or less.
I will say, when the Warriors of Darkness, you know
they're coming back. You don't just bring all that up and then shove it away. It never. I mean, the last expansion is called fucking Shadowbringers.
When they come back up, I think you will be rather satisfied.
That's good. I hope I am. I do just think like they wrong-footed the introduction kind of. It's kind of like you have to, in a game especially, if you want to have like the thing where the guy shows up and is just hardcore, you have to back that up with he will fucking break you over his knee. Because if they can't actually do that when it comes to the gameplay, it's kind of like, well, you fucked it, didn't you? And now I'm just kind of annoyed with the character. It's like in Dynasty Warriors. Like in Dynasty Warriors, every single one of them have a mission where you're told, do not pursue Lubu. And if you pursue him, he will throw you into the dirt in seconds.
I think that characterization you're looking for is improved later. But I will not say anything else about that. That is...
It's basically just like, you know, gameplay story integration. If you want them to be like hardcore and actually like very powerful, then they better replicate that in gameplay, or it's just kind of like, yeah, you were just wasting my time. It kind of goes hand in hand with the whole got shoved into a box issue I have, basically. It's kind of like joined at the hip to that, I should probably say.
The final steps of faith where you fight Nidhogg Estinian was neat.
That was rad. I love that. Like the giant Estinian body that was like basically like full devil trigger with dragon wings and shit on it. That was rad as hell. And you know, like in turn, super glowing Nidhogg was also just like, oh shit, this is nuts.
You remember when he jumped through those rings and it was like a big slam?
Yeah.
Do you remember your level 80 move is called Star Diver?
Oh. Oh shit. So he was technically spoiling my later moves because he also had high jump.
Yeah.
That's funny. I like that. That's great. Like, all that was good. Like, the whole Dragon Song war bit, like, beyond the part where we're like, okay, you kind of like, you know, you could have compacted the whole, like, some people are pricks about this thing down a bit, as we said before. Beyond that, all that was fine. That was actually really well done.
You could have put the two segments where there were, you know, zealots and angry people and made it one segment. You
could have, yeah. That would have flowed a lot better just in general. But, you know, all the execution of that was actually all very well done. The actual resolution to the Warriors of Darkness and all that, that was actually very interesting, and the thing, you know, is fascinating to come back to when we... I presume that must be what Shadowbringers is about, just because, you know, I'm wise to that name. I have ideas about what that name might mean.
But now it's time for Stormblood.
Now it's time for Stormblood. I have to say, like, conceptually, like, bouncing back, like, now we're done with Ishgard and, you know, our troubles in the Eorzea, our personal troubles in the Eorzea are, like, sorted. We're not wanted criminals. Going back to, okay, now it's time to just, like, try and shove the Empire shit in two different places directly. That's actually, I really like that idea as a place to go now. Like, we solved Ishgard's stuff, like, Eorzea kind of gets his stuff back together, shit ramps up, and I was like, okay, you know, back to the Empire, get out. It's a good thing. I like it.
Go Setsu.
He's great. I'm looking forward to seeing Doma and more of Doma and stuff.
The Far East as a whole is kind of like a mishmash of like China, Japan.
Yeah, usually is.
Asia. Yeah, it's like here's entirety of Asia in one culture. Nero came back. That was cool.
That was cool. I like how he is just like, fuck it, I'm here to see the giant robots do the thing. Fuck everyone and fuck everything.
His morals and loyalties are unknown. What we do know is that he likes technology. Technology and strong, good, powerful technology.
He just needs a lot of machines buzzing around him or it just doesn't feel right.
What else?
Shinryu and Omega making them fight for this raw spectacle, that was rad. That's we are celebrating just lots of Final Fantasy stuff as cheekily as possible. Kind of thing.
Even if the moral quandary behind it is uncertain.
Yeah, basically. Mhigoooooooo is like uncertain, but at the same time, that was a rad as hell fight.
How do you feel about all the character redesigns now that they're all there?
I like them pretty much all of them, yeah. Like just on the whole. Thancred especially, I think he got the biggest one.
I think Chris was rather middling about Thancred. He was like, dude, shave. I was like, ah. He's got kind of like...
It makes him look a bit more roguish, which is the idea. That and his eye patch.
Yeah.
He like both like in design and like actually being able to do things, he got like the biggest jump out of anyone, I think, which is, you know, rightfully so, given he got benched in AR for a bit.
Yeah. Like I was saying, now that you've seen them though, I think you can tell what I meant when I was like, I think they reused some assets because they were on a crunch.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Yeah, like the contrast really sells out, you know, like I don't know when I'll say it really did just have the same outfit and basically the same model entirely. Now they actually look like distinguishable characters beyond the color of the ribbon and like, you know, some design assets if you stir a bit. Thancred isn't just wearing a regular black shirt, Y'shtola isn't just wearing like an early game mage shirt anymore. She doesn't have the one like little branch one that looks like it comes from the early part of the game. His Pablimo doesn't. I mean, him and Midfilia got one. And
Midfilia had a unique design. In the
yeah.
Probably because she's the main one you interact with.
Yeah, and in a sense, she got a redesign as well to boot, which was one I didn't see coming in anyway.
Oh yeah, she's just kind of in a white dress because because Heidelin.
With like weirdly blue eyes. Well, I guess like super crystal blue eyes. Hello, Luigi.
But now Midfilia is double gone, even goner than she was in the first place.
Well, at least she's not dead. That we know of. But yeah, Y'shtola, like her new outfit's great. It really carries the white mage idea while also making her look just generally more mystical. Her going blind thing was an interesting turn. Even if it is like mostly functioning for flavor, I suppose, but
Yeah, she can see Aether. You can see like the energy and such.
it'd be a fun thing if they mentioned that like she basically couldn't look at the entire like, you know, Omega Shinryu fight because there was just too much Aether for it. It was like basically constant blinding lights to her or something. Something like that. But you know, it's fine. Like it does give her like a very distinguished look. Rionje's face. Yeah, you're saying?
The way I was saying, the way I always imagine that Y'shtola sees things is kind of, imagine if you could only see the outline of everything.
Yeah, that's how I envision it. Yeah. And I would imagine, like, you know, a lot of effort probably makes things like flash or glow like super hard to her or something.
What you were gonna say about Urianger?
I did like it that his arc did, you know, it caught me unawares. I didn't see that one coming. The revolver also not double cross. The triple cross.
You thought he betrayed us, but no, it was a double trick.
It was a trick, and I respect him all the deeply for it. I like that man. I like his gumption, that madman.
He's the big brain.
It's the biggest brain of any of us, for sure.
And now he's back in his potato sack outfit.
I suppose, actually.
Maybe he'll get redesigned.
Maybe. It's also be a fun thing if he only pops out of that when he has to unleash the brain underneath. And at all other times he's the wear his inhibitor potato sack.
But he also isn't the most utilized Scion. He's kind of like a back. He's been in the background. Maybe when he's more prominent, he'll get a new outfit.
It'd be nice to see him go a bit above like tech support, basically. You know what I mean? He's the guy back at base. He goes like, "I've analyzed the shit, Captain."
He just sits in the Waking Sands and files paperwork.
Yeah, definitely. He goes and reads books about, you know, primals whenever people need it, or Asians. I think I'll skip this now.
Lise also didn't get a redesign, but maybe that's because she's immediately gonna get one in Stormblood.
I figured. In a sense, she kind of has got a redesign, because the mask came off and her hair's completely changed, and she has a face, and she's lost the tattoo and all. It's kind of like, oh shit. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see her get, like, you know, an actual new outfit for herself. This is the calm before the storm, blood. Ala says all for it, like, just fuck it, let's run them out of Ala Mhigo. Do it. Honestly, so am I.
Time for the final stinger.
Alright, what you got? Storming the wall for real this time.
Well, now it's our wall.
This must be, like, especially, like, emotional for him, all things considered. They are going to take Ala Mhigo.
It's Raubon's time. Raubon actually is in quite a better position than he was at the end of a Realm Reborn's patches.
It really is. Ended the main game, like, lost an arm, jailed, ended this game, he's now, like, standing over the wall between Eorzea and Ghr Abania, Ala Mhigo.
Well, Ghr Abania is on, like, the Eorzean continent, but it's, like, taken.
Oh, hello.
Who's this? Who's this fellow?
This wouldn't happen to be a man on the cover of Stormblood, would it?
Yes, it is. That's the guy.
I recognize that armor. Ah, this is that Viceroy they were talking about.
The new one. New Legion taken over. Since, you know, when the 14th fell.
Yeah.
Had a...
Whoa. Yep. Repairs? You dare insult me with mention of repairs? Oh, he's on top of his shit, too. Ooh. Gathering storm of blood.
Yeah.
You. I guess Alpha No here takes us into Stormblood.
Yep. You can also do the first mission because Chris had to do the first mission.
Oh
just
yeah.
So you could get. But before you do that, you should actually step out and watch the opening CG cutscene.
That's right. Yes. So we can do that now.
And then you can do the first mission.
This is already like a very sharp contrast to Heavensward's.
Monk.
That's Lise. Getting her monk
Yes.
on.
She was good at punching. That's also the Warrior of Light getting his monk on.
Excellent. This is the shit I live for. This fight choreography. We are very Dragon Ball right now.
Look at those Ghr Abania flags.
Just give you the shits to seeing those bangs all the way up there. I waste this in the desert.
Ghr Abania. Kind of like a more mountainous, craggy one. But it's not just a story about Ala Mhigo.
No. Garlemald in the far distance and then all the way east.
Garlemald's scary and covered in clouds because we don't know what's in there. Continent of Author. Or if you they still know what it is. In any case, Doma's in there. You said Dome right down there. On the bottom,
Oh,
right?
it's the palace under the sea. That's funny.
Stormblood is the only one. Oh, I shouldn't know until you see it.
I mean, I'm already in love with the aesthetic and architecture of the place, of course. Oh.
Stormblood is the only one where the Warrior of Light has two different jobs in the trailer.
Excellent.
It's also the Warrior of Light as Samurai.
He's the only got the deflect the bullets. Do it. Cut the bullets in half. And everyone else while he's at it. And the whole place too. That's amazing. Quick. Ah, I love it. Gary and Gosetsu. Oh, they got like the Amano work done up a bit like old traditional Japanese art too. Yo, this title screen. That makes a nice contrast to Heavensward, the bright red, the flames, the yellow. Whereas Heavensward was like, you know, slower, cold, blue, more mystical music is bombastic and fiery.
Now you could do the first quest.
Because we've already seen like Shadowbringer's title screen at least. It does also make a nice contrast again from Stormblood. I like that jumping about.
And the Realm Reborn title screen was just regular blue void.
Yeah.
That's where you start from.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's the starting point. I think at some point, I think in what, because I watched up to the end of, I had not seen Mordona's Lotus end screen. That's metal as hell. I watched up to the end of Chris's main story, Heavensward stuff. I think I remember you telling him that like the theme of Stormblood is revolution, and you really feel it.
He asked me to summarize it in one word.
That was it, yeah.
東の空に消えた晩神とオメガ。おっと、すまない。ついつい考え込んでしまってね。そろそろバエサルの頂上に向かった同盟軍から連絡が来る頃合いだと思うのだが。
冒険者さん、アルフィノさん。来ました。エオロゼア同盟軍の伝令さんが暁宛てのお手紙を持って。
来たか。タタル、すまないがみんなを暁の間に集めてくれ。書簡を読み、対応を協議したい。
We got the wall.
つい先ほど届いた書簡によると、ラウバーン局長率いるエオルゼア同盟軍が無事にバエサルの頂上の確保に成功したとのことだ。
初手はうまくいったようね。それで
現時点ではどちらの消息も判明していないそうだ。
If they did just take the wall, that's the whole land to search to find it. Lord knows where either went.
そしてもう一つ。
We'll have to have people scout it out.
暁の決令に対する協力要請が記されている。
協力要請？
ああ、先ほども説明した通り、エオルゼア同盟軍はバエサルの頂上を抑えた。これ。
バエサルの頂上は 万神に汚染された地域であるエオルゼアを封じ込めるために作られた貿易。
So if we've punched a hole in that wall and taken it.
これを抑えたということは、帝国軍の進行ルートを遮る壁を手にしたということ。そしてこれはアラミゴ奪還のための進軍ルートにもなりうる。
その通りだが、エオルゼア同盟軍としては自分たちが侵略者になるつもりはないそうだ。
それってつまりアラミゴ奪還に協力する気はないってこと？
I think at this point it's pretty clear that they will. They just want to make sure they're not fucking everything up as they go.
おっと、結論を急がないでくれたまえ。
What they
エ
plan
オル
to
ゼア
do
から帝
first
国軍を追い出したいという
is
点に
get
お
in
いて、
touch
同盟に参加する4国すべての思惑が一致している。
and arm them.
だが、そのためにアラミゴ領であるギラバニアに軍を進めるには、地元の住民たちの同意と協力を前提としたいということだ。
Do for the Ala Mhigans to like think they might just be getting stomped over by a different invading force as well.
そこで私たちに協力を要請しようというのね。
ご明察。暁にはというよりも、
The Scions are the neutral
君
party.
にはアラミゴ解放軍との個人的なつながりがある。
So, you know, the Warrior Light is just off of breaking, you know, an entire Orthodoxian system of power in
アラ
Ishgard,
ミゴの
so...
人々とエオルゼア同盟軍とを結びつけ、ガレマール帝国に対する共同戦線を構築する。
I don't know, it would at least be better, like, you know, the best to broker that agreement, but who else would be better to, you know, start putting the foot to the Empire here?
もちろん全力でやらせてもらうわ。
よし、それじゃあリセを中心にギラバニアに向かう者の人選を進めるとしよう。もちろん私も参加するつもりだが、
絶対に大きな戦いになる。だから君、いえ、あなたにも同行してもらいたいの。
Fucking of course, let's fuck shit up.
ありがとう、心強いよ。まだまだ未熟だから迷惑をかけることもあると思うけど。
私も行くわ。リセの言う通り、激しい戦闘が予想される。そうなれば、癒しては一人でも多い方がいいもの。
そうね、私も同行させてもらうわ。
Everyone pile on.
言うまでもないけど、私もついていくわよ。
Everyone's coming.
でも基地の万神やアシエンの脅威に備えて残る人も必要ね。ウリエンジェ、頼んでもいい？
Except you, Oriange, go back to your bookwork.
承知しました。元より万神とアシエンに対する備えは
I suppose we do need someone keeping an eye on things here while we're off gallivanting around Ghr Abania, and then even further.
なら俺も居残り組だな。ウリエンジェ一人では手に余る事態もあるだろう。お前たちが存分に暴れられるよう背後を守らせてもらうぜ。
助かるよ、二人とも。ではギラバニアに向かう者は準備を整え、表に集合してくれ。
Stormblood jingle.
New jingle for your quests.
Nago's way.
出発の準備は整ったかい？それじゃあタタル、すまないが石の家のことは任せたよ。
いです。皆さんの留守はこのタタルががっちり守ってみせます。アルフィノさん、冒険者さん、どうかお気をつけて。
I'm gonna fuck up some Imperials.
ついにギラバニアに向かわれるそうだな。
ええ、エオルゼア同盟軍からの要請で現地の反帝国組織との仲介役を担うことになりました。
帝国との対決、私も参じたいところだが、すまない。我らはドマに帰らねばならない。
Going on ahead of the dome, isn't she?
Yep, they gotta go.
何を
They
詫びる
got
必
their
要がありま
business
しょ
to
う。
deal with.
夕霧殿
Of
には
course.
幾度も助けられてきました。そのような恩人に責める言葉など。
かたじけない。しかし、最初に助け
May I
て
have
くれ
to
た
go
の
get the
は
door?
アルフィノ殿と英雄殿だ。
Yep, give me a sec. Okay.
故郷を追われ逃れてきたドマの民を救うため、貴殿らが奔走してくれなければ我らは全滅していただろう。この体温、決して忘れはしない。
いろいろとあったものです、本当に。しかし、いよいよ戻ることができるのですね。
Pardon me.
ああ、この地に根付いた同胞たちの安全を確保せんと先延ばしにしてきたが、主のもとに馳せ参じる時が来たのだ。必ずや主と共にドマを取り戻してみせよう。
そっか、そうだよね。故郷を取り戻す帝国の手から。
Everyone's going home.
うん、戦う場所は異なれども我らの気持ちは一つ。洋の東西にて反撃ののろしを上げ、憎き帝国の者どもに一泡も二泡も吹かせてやろうではないか。
夕霧、豪雪、こっちも頑張るから二人も気をつけてね。アラミゴとドマが平和になったらまた会おう。約束だよ。
もちろんだ。では、ごめん。
Alright, everyone. Oh, but first. Ew, the red though. I just said duke it the fuck out.
She's a puncher.
Big punch. Give it a moment.
Loading.
There we go. For a second I thought that was like a full face helmet, but it's just their hair and they have a face on. Like, whoa, that's wild. Oops. 2, 1. Alright.
When I did Stormblood, that's when I played as leveling up my machinist.
So you use that for like through Stormblood, yeah?
Yeah.
I think when we start Stormblood proper, so to speak, because then once we've done for post Heavensward stuff and all, I'll probably swap over to Samurai for the run of Stormblood story and content.
Samurai Adventure.
Samurai Adventure.
Also, it's the Monk Adventure too, but Samurai is the new one.
It's got the katanas. Ooh.
World map.
Away we go.
エオルゼア同盟軍からの協力要請を受けて、光の戦士と私たちはギラバニアの辺境地帯に足を踏み入れた。
Look at that lineup of colors.
I know, right?
万神に汚染された忌まわしき地エオルゼアと帝国領土とを分け隔てる巨大防壁バエサルの頂上。この漆黒の壁を
That
踏み越え
mine looks like something was blown straight through it.
物語が始まった。
Like blasted straight through that.
戦いの物語が
Stormblood. Okay. I will remember the Aetherite, don't worry. Getting it right now, I won't forget this one.
So me and Chris just flew around to do fates in this area.
Is this where the Yokai Watch stuff was?
The two of the yokai you could do by getting fates in any Heavensward area, and the same was for any Stormblood area for another.
Yeah, it makes sense actually. Raban probably is one who considered that, no, we really should go get the people's word on this before we actually do anything. There he is.
Sid's in charge of investigating bad.
Fair, really. That's super. Stormblood, Quest 1.
Quest 1.
Knocked me over to level 70 too. How convenient.
When it there's one question. When it showed the little preview of the Viceroy guy.
Yeah.
Did it tell you what legion was in charge of Ghr Abania again?
It did not, no.
For some reason I thought it told you during that cutscene.
But it didn't. I would have to assume it was like, well, it might not be, but like my guess would have been it's probably the 14th Legion game with a new guy, but...
Would you like to know?
Yeah, why not?
The 12th.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
It's not that much of a reference. But the reason it's the 12th and the parallel they are drawing is Arcadian Empire,
yep.
Occupation of Dalmasca, Garlean Empire, occupation of Ala Mhigo.
Yeah.
That's the reason it's the 12th.
I mean, I was going to say they do have a lot closer to the look of the judges on the armor. On that one guy, at least. Not the Viceroy exactly himself, but his minion. Looked a lot more like the Arcadian Imperials in 12.
That's about as far as the reference actually goes.
I don't know.
But it's just the parallel of like, get it? It's
yeah,
a similar circumstance.
That's fun. Sorry, Vieira were at it in Shadowbringers, weren't they?
Yep.
I was gonna say, if Vieira were at it in this, that'd be even funnier, but now there you go then.
Nah, they were later.
Oh well. Yeah, Ghr Abania. He's then just into the void. Yes, I think that's all the encroachment I'll do here. I think this is as good a place as any for us to lull to an end.
Sure enough. You've done it, Gavin.
Yeah. So, Heavensward post-game content, yeah?
That's whenever, yep.
I want to see these. I want to see these alliance raids. I want to see this raid series. I want to get amongst it. There's also a dirty great pile of dungeons.
And there's the 3 bosses, like the special trials. And also Hildebrand.
That's right. We got Hildebrand to get too.
Those are the 4 most important things. The raid, the alliance raid, the special trials, Hildebrand.
One way or another, I'd like to see some of the dungeons too.
Dungeons are also important.
There's no rush on any of it, of course. Yeah, well, let Chris know that, you know, I'm now over the line, and we'll see what his schedule's like.
I'm just the same fine whenever.
Yeah, this is actually, like, you know, tomorrow brings the end of week 1 of my holidays, so...
You did it in a week.
All caught up. Yeah.
Although Chris technically,
He did in like days, basically, didn't he?
Chris, like, I know it was 4 videos on his channel, but he beat base Heavensward in 2 sittings.
Fuck.
It was the part where, like, the first part of Heavensward, then we broke for dinner, and then we did more, like another 5 hours. Then it was like a week because he was busy, like, and then that's when he grinded out his yokai stuff. And then that second day, it was like another bunch, break for dinner, come back. It's 5 in the morning, it's over.
Oh, damn. I can go watch it all of it now, and no fear, and see what see the toll rack up.
What you've seen was the stuff we did in 2 sittings. You said you watched to the
Ah,
end.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That was
Everything else was like a few more days.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's more sin, but still kind of insane.
Look at that colorful cast of characters.
Yeah, just line up.
My machinist glamour was like black at the time, so I think it fit as like a sharp color.
Kind of a grayish right now. It's a black and blue. I do have like a giant amount of dyes building up. I should probably start messing with colors.
Colors are fun. The fringes, that's where you are.
The fringes. Alright. Well, with that, I'll leave us off. At 2 AM, our usual time, more or less.
Like I said, since it's 3.5 and 3.56, it's both of them together are kind of a bit longer than one regular patch since they break it in half.
It's quite nice.
Like 3.5 was called The Far Edge of Fate Part 1, and then 3.5 was called The Far Edge of Fate Part 2.
Well, with that, thank you for Evan for playing.
Thank me for Evan.
Oh, pardon me. And, you know, thanks for watching. Yeah. Heavensward post-game content whenever, basically. No rush, no fuss. I was gonna say it would probably get a bit easier for him, considering like we're in the run to Christmas, but then, you know, Christmas is also his time, so maybe not.
Christmas is when all the cosmetics are dropping.
Like that Christmas bear right there.
That's on sale right now in the Mog Station.
Good night, everyone. And see yous.